to the 1 p.m. edition of the Boltbus to Bellingham, the border in Vancouver, BC. My name is Robert. I'll be your driver all the way to Vancouver, I promise you. Just have a few announcements that I always go through. First part of those announcements is no alcohol, smoking products, or illegal drugs are allowed to be consumed on the bus. However, we do have free Wi-Fi, and it is working. I did test it. Let me know if it doesn't, but it should work all the way to at least the border anyways. Reason why I say that is because it depends on the router we have on the bus when we get into or closer to or into Canada. So just be kind of expecting that it may or may not work once we get into Canada or closer to it. So so some of the amenities that we have. Oh, by the way, it's listed as ASU, all underscore ASU, the initials. Pull that up and hit connect, and it should connect you automatically. We do have a bathroom in the back, has hand sanitizer, everything you're going to need back there. This particular bathroom has a little wing nut about midway down on the right-hand side. Just locate that before you enter, and then once you're inside, just click that to the left. That will be your light switch, as well as provide you with much needed privacy back there. We have a trash receptacle on the front side and the outside of that restroom behind the last row of seats on the left-hand side as you're walking back toward the bathroom. And then I don't think our seats on this bus have little mini trash bags, so you know, we'll take care of it in Vancouver anyhow once we get up there. So at your seat above you, you have a reading light as well. You should have a reading light as well as a vent for air. We don't have seat belts on this bus, which is kind of weird, but the seats are adjustable. On your armrest, there's a lever. Just pull back on that lever, and your seat back, just kind of lean into it, and your seat back should, or lean forward, and should move back and forth for you. We do, gosh, this new bus, I've only driven it twice. The features are quite different from our normal buses, so I'm trying to work through it as I'm announcing this, so bear with me a little bit. We do have outlets on this bus, not at every seat. It's along the wall there. Some of the seats, the way it's designed, you know, you don't have one. So if you don't have one and you're in need of charging, feel free to ask somebody who does have an outlet. Let's see what else. We have emergency exits too in the ceiling, just in case, by the way. One at every other window. How the window works, the ledge lifts up, the window pops out. And then finally, I just ask as far as cell phone usage to keep cell phones on vibrate and keep conversations to a minimum. So this is how the trip should work. If it's perfect. Of course, it's not always perfect, but it should take about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to get to Bellingham. Usually we have about a 15-minute break. We'll leave Bellingham at 3 o'clock, be at the border hopefully at 3:30, and then hopefully clear the border no later than 4, and then be in Vancouver no later than 5 p.m. Other than that, guys, I want to thank you for riding along with myself and, of course, Bolt. Have a great trip, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bellingham, Washington, at a time of just a little after 2:50, I believe. So we don't have much time here in Bellingham, but for those of you that are leaving us here in Bellingham, first of all, I want to once again thank you for, I think I thanked you anyway, for riding along with myself and of course Bull. Just a courtesy reminder to check in your immediate area for anything that you might have brought on board with you, including anything that you might have stowed in the overhead storage. Another suggestion is as you're ready to exit the coach, just take a quick glance back at your seat, make sure nothing of value was left in the seat, and then obviously if you have any luggage underneath, make sure you grab that before you head for your destination. For those of you continuing on, we have about 7 people getting on, so I mean really we only have time for maybe a bathroom break, but at Dairy Queen. I think they close the restrooms here at the transit center on Sundays, so if you need running water, be really quick about it. I just asked that. So we'll leave at 3 o'clock and head for the border. I'll hand out customs forms just before we take off here. So, but other than that, guys, welcome to Bellingham. Thank you. Things I want to go over. First on the form, where it talks about our flight number. Our official flight number is 6667. Oh no, I got this mic again. It cuts out sometimes. Sorry. So, of course, mark highway. And then the only 2 questions I cover on the form is where it talks about switchblades, knives, or things of that nature. But it also says mace and pepper spray. If you do have mace and pepper spray for your personal protection. Make sure you mark yes on that. And then where it talks about food, dairy, fruits, vegetables, all that stuff. I'm more concerned about food. If you do have anything that you would like to bring across the border that is food, make sure you mark yes on that with whatever you might be bringing across the border. It just covers you for any possible penalties, crossing the border. So more than likely they'll let you through with whatever you have. Food is very low priority for Canadian Customs, but definitely mark yes no matter what food you're bringing across. Let's see. For those of you that join us in Bellingham, we do have a bathroom in the back, just so you know, just straight back. And then there's a little wing nut that's about midway down on the right-hand side. So locate that before you go in. But once you get inside, just click that to the left. That will be your light switch, as well as provide you private. All right, I'm gonna have to work with this mic here. All right, so we do. I thought they fixed this thing. I wrote it up. I drove it a couple days ago. So just kind of bear with me. Let's see. So we do have outlets along the wall. There's like it looks like a strip along the wall there. Not all the seats have an outlet. So if you do not have an outlet and you need of charging, feel free to ask a neighbor who has an outlet if you can use theirs. We do offer emergency exits too in the ceiling, one at every other window. How the window works: the ledge lifts up, the window pops out. Let's see, what else do you need to know? Oh, the Wi-Fi. Apparently there's limited connection with our Wi-Fi system, but you can connect. I really don't know what limited connection means, but give it a shot and see if it works for you. I'll write that up too. So other than that, it'll be about 25 minutes to the border. When we get close to the border, I'll go over in detail the whole process for those of you who haven't crossed the border on a bus before, so you know exactly where to go and what to do. So other than that, I will talk to you in about 25 minutes. Thanks, guys. guys, so we're coming up on the border. So in detail, I'll try to do this as quickly as possible. So we have our own bus lane. We'll come up to a barrier. We'll, of course, stop. Of course, we'll stop at that barrier. And then I'll get off the bus. I'll go inside by myself and sign us in with our passenger count. And then once I do that, then I'll go deeper into the caverns of customs to locate 2 customs officers. Actually, they'll locate me. I'll come back with them. Then I'll come and get you guys at that point. You'll all get off the bus. Make sure that you bring any carry-ons that you brought on board with you off the bus. You can leave any garbage you may have. You can just leave that on the bus. We'll take care of it once once the bus clears and we're into Canada. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so I'll have, there's a single set of double doors that you'll go through. I'll have those open for you. You'll line up in front of a bank of computers. They'll call you up one at a time. They'll scan your Nexus passport or whatever ID you may be using to cross the border with. Once you're clear there, just hang out in the waiting area, or you can wait outside if you want. While you're inside, they'll inspect my bus while it's empty. And then once my bus is clear, they'll remove that barrier. I'll come up and pick you guys up, and off we go to Vancouver. Let's hope we're out of here no later than 4 o'clock. Hopefully earlier, but just so you know, next to the waiting area there are men's and women's bathrooms, so kind of inconspicuous, but they're there. There's a little printed sign points you which direction the women's is and all that good stuff. Anyway, if you have any questions regarding the process, feel free to ask away. Any question's a good question, but once again, I hope we're out of here by 4 o'clock. Thanks, guys. I was hoping there was nobody here at the border, but looks like we got a personal vehicle, looks like somebody's moving, and then a van, and then a bus. So I'm going to go inside, sign us in, and start that process, but just hang tight for a few minutes. About the people on this bus ahead of us, they had no luggage, so it could speed things up too. Up to send you guys in. I'll have both sides open on the coach, so you can walk around the other side if your luggage is shoved to the left side. But the only other thing I ask is that find customs officers. So these officers that were in here, they said